Hi my friends, today I'm in Madania, formerly known as Clos Salembier, and I'm going to show you how to drive to one of Algiers' main streets known as Mohamed V or Boulevard 5. It's the Mohamed V Boulevard, which runs parallel to part of Didouche Mourad. In fact, the Mohamed V Boulevard is a long street that connects the Audin square to Telemly, to Boulevard Krim Belkacem. Alright, sorry. So, Boulevard Mohamed Boulevard Mohamed V or Boulevard 5, Boulevard Mohamed V is in fact named after a former Moroccan king who supported Algerian independence between 1954 and 1962. Morocco got its independence in 1956, 6 years before Algeria's independence, both Morocco and Tunisia. And it seems that France granted independence to Morocco and Tunisia, hoping that it would dedicate itself. It granted independence to both nations in 1956, 2 years after Algerian Independence War. The Algerian Independence War started, hoping perhaps to dedicate all its energies to suppressing Algeria's independence war. However, this didn't work, and the two nations, Tunisia and Morocco, supported Algeria after they got their independence. And the whole colonial enterprise ended up turning against colonial France, which eventually lost the war here in Algeria in 1962, and Algeria became an independent nation. In order to pay homage to Mohamed V's role or contribution or support to the Algerian independence cause, Algerians named this boulevard in central Algiers after him. So this is to celebrate him. And we have already seen other streets named after foreigners for their support for Algerian independence. We have a Roosevelt Street, a Franklin Roosevelt Street in central Algiers as well, above Didouche Mourad. And you can see Didouche Mourad is one of the most important streets in central Algiers, and Franklin Roosevelt is also in central Algiers. So you can see how how important we view this. We view our friendship with everyone who supported us during our most difficult times. Algerians have a long memory. They don't have a short memory. They have a long memory, and do remember everyone who supported them. They would remember them eternally. We have Ho Chi Minh Street at the eastern exit of Ain al-Banyan, and we have so it's the street that connects the neighborhood of Ain al-Banyan to Rais Hamidou. We also have an Ernesto Che Guevara Street near Martyrs Square. So you can see how close Martyrs Square is near the Kasbah. And we also have a Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Square in the central part of Algiers. And I'm happy to realize that we have all these streets here, because it shows how open to the world Algeria is willing to be. And so today we are going to visit Mohamed V Street or Mohamed V Boulevard, and as I said, it connects Audin, the Audin Square, to the Krim Belkacem Boulevard, which is in fact Telemly. And now we are driving on Martyrs Boulevard, Boulevard des Martyrs, and it's also named after the martyrs of the Independence War. And it's normal to find traffic here because this area here is in fact part of I think that the right side is part of Belouizdad and the left side is part of Mouradia, formerly known as Le Golfe. And the area here is serviced by public buses, which are huge vehicles in fact, and because as you can see, there are cars parked on the side of the street here. When a bus stops at its stop, it would cause traffic. So it's usually public buses that cause traffic here. And look at this mosque. It's a very beautiful mosque. It must have looked the same since colonial times. This is the type of mosque that date back to colonial times, and there is a square here, a very beautiful square. Yes, and this is the Martyrs Boulevard Square. It's on the right. It has a fountain. I don't know if you can hear it. And now the streets on the right would lead you to Harsha, I think, to the area or to the street where the Harsha sports complex is located, and there is a hotel over there. It's the Dar Diaf Hotel. It's a very beautiful hotel, in fact. And one of the good memories I have about this hotel is that, you know, when I worked for a foreign company for 7 years, we would frequently receive engineers that would come and inspect. So the hotel is on the left. So Dar Diaf, the name of the hotel, means guest house, so house of the guests. All right, so we would have visitors from, you know, engineers coming from different countries in order to inspect some of the equipment that we assembled here in the south of the country. And when you know that Algeria didn't have as many hotels as it has now, and excuse us. All right, go ahead. So this is the radio and television building, and it's on the right, and you know, I show the utmost respect to journalists and TV hosts and everyone working for the TV and radio here in Algeria. Anyways, as I told you, they one of the hotels where we could find rooms when every other hotel was full is was Dar Diaf. Okay, they always had lots of rooms and you know, vacancies, and you know, so it was a very good hotel that helped us host our or accommodate our visitors. And there is a hotel right in front of us, another hotel, one of the most prestigious and oldest hotels here in Algiers. It's the El Jazair Hotel, formerly known as Saint George. It's said that even the Queen of Britain stayed here. So it's over there, right in front of us. It's so beautiful and so prestigious that it even has a mini zoo inside, as far as I know. I have only been once there at night. You know, I visited it at night. Well, I never stayed there. It was just to meet up a friend from the US. And well, now if you want to go to Champ de Manœuvre, you take the right, but we are taking this because we are headed to Didouche Mourad, we are going to take this underpass. This is a long underpass, but it does help us a lot. And now we're approaching Franklin Roosevelt Street, which is an extension of Didouche Mourad. It's hot today. I hope that my phone doesn't overheat, because it would often overheat and interrupt the filming of my videos, some of which are superb videos. Okay, so Telemly is on the left. If you want to go to Telemly, you take the left at that roundabout, and Didouche Mourad is straight ahead. This area is serviced by public buses, those huge Mercedes buses that you would often sometimes see running on this street here. Their departure point is Champ de Manœuvre, or 1er Mai, the 1er Mai square. And oh, there is a museum here, the Museum of Prehistory, and there is a research center here on the right. The street on the right is Rermoul. It leads straight to 1er Mai, or May Day Square. And now I guess that we have entered Didouche Mourad. These are the upper parts of Didouche Mourad, and there is a beautiful garden, one of the most beautiful gardens here in Algiers, one of the most exotic, one of the most mythical. It's on the left, and it's known as Parc de Galant, formerly known as Parc de Galant in colonial times. I'm not sure what they call it today. Okay, unfortunately there is no plate. They should put a plate there in order to show us. Anyways, there is a cathedral, a modern cathedral, beautiful cathedral, a church over there. It's Sacré-Cœur Church. Unfortunately, I can't film it for you. Now it will be visible here on the left, right above this gas station on the left. I can see it, and it has a very typical shape, a very distinctive shape. It looks like a chimney, a beautiful chimney, and it's a beautiful structure, in fact. It's known as Sacré-Cœur. Now, this is one of the busiest parts of this is where the busiest part of Didouche Mourad starts. Didouche Mourad is perhaps the most important street here in central Algiers. This is where some of the best, the most interesting stores are. Clothing stores, furniture stores, jewelries. And of course handicraft stores selling Algerian traditional objects. There is a cultural center of Western Sahara here, and of course Algeria supports Western Saharan independence. As much as it supports the Palestinian cause and you know, okay, so now there is traffic here. It's normal. there is a neighborhood on the right known as Meissonier. Meissonier. It's in fact a street, a very commercial street, a very busy street with lots of stores. But I guess that I'm going to skip traffic here for a while. So this hotel here on the right, Hotel Salembier, is one of the few hotels here on this street, and there is another one known as Madania. It's some 200 meters down this street. Well, there are other hotels too. There is a Georgia hotel on the right too, near a building that was known as La Parisienne, where there was a bakery. So now they are renovating the building, or yeah, they have been renovating it for years. Okay, traffic has eased a little bit. So now if you want to go to a street, one of the main streets here in Algiers known as Hasib Ben Bouali, then take the right. Take the right. The street to the right is also an entrance where you see that pharmacy over there. It's also an entrance to Meissonier Street. In fact, I could go to Boulevard V via a narrow street here on the left, but I prefer to show you, to drive on and show you Audin Square. Audin Square. I guess that this is the first time I'm ever filming you Didouche Mourad. Well, you can see how congested it is on an ordinary day, on an ordinary weekday, when all the stores are open and when everyone is out in the afternoon on the late spring afternoon. And now, whoa, miracle! Traffic has eased. So let's go. Let's go. There was a cinema here, Cinema Algiers, yes, Cinema Algiers, Cinema Algeria. This is its name, the Algeria Movie Theater. This is also where you can find many bank branches. Look at that car; it has been clamped. You are not allowed to stop here, to park here, okay? Until I think 6 o'clock in the evening. All right. So this is also where you find some of Algiers' best doctors, best specialists. All right, go ahead. Also visit this place for its bookstores. Although our bookstores are very, very small, yet you know, they. So now if you want to go to Tefoula, you take the right. And now we are approaching Audin Square. This is the Audin bus station. It's on the right. So here you can find buses that go you know, go to Bir Morad Rais, Bir Khadem, Bin Aknoun, and Bab El Wad, and what else? And Hidra, and El Biar. So this is a very important bus station. It's a very important bus station. This is Audin, the Audin Square, and now we have just entered Boulevard V, which connects the tunnel of the faculties, our central faculty tunnel, Algiers' oldest university, in fact Algeria's oldest university, to Telemly, to Krim Belkacem. So this boulevard is long, it's wide, it's lined, this initial part of the boulevard is lined with tall palm trees. It's a beautiful area. Everything on our right is part of Telemly, of the neighborhood of Telemly. Now, once again, it's normal to find traffic here. You can see how busy central Algiers is, and I guess that this is the first time I'm ever driving through central Algiers on a normal day. So, okay, let's have the experience together. There are stairs over there on the left that would lead you back to Didouche Mourad. Okay, so if you are walking on foot and you want to go back to Didouche Mourad, then just take the stairs on the left. Algiers, very busy city, Algeria's largest city with 4 million people, and you can have an idea now, or a glimpse on how busy all these streets are. And Telemly is visible from here. I mean, the Boulevard Krim Belkacem, you can see that building on the horizon over there. In fact, it's the Telemly bridge, but at the same time, it's a building. Okay, it's an apartment building. So above, it's an apartment building above which cars are running. Okay, and by the way, that building. Now we're crossing a bridge over Rue Bourdeau, or the Bourdeau Street. And by the way, that bridge now is sometimes referred to as the bridge of suicides, because some youth would commit suicide there back in the 1980s, in the 1970s, in the 1980s, in the 1990s. Many people would kill themselves by jumping off of that bridge, and that was why they built a fence, a steel fence, to prevent people from throwing themselves off that bridge, because it's very high, guys. It's very high, so they would throw themselves into Bourdeau Street that was underneath it. All right, so now I have just entered the Krim Belkacem Street. This is the end of my trip. All right, so let's. Oh yes, there is traffic over there, and I don't think that I'm going to drive any further. Great. So, all right. So I hope that you liked my video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.